You got 10 seconds here to work with. Are you just fouling immediately, right? I mean, we just saw that they wasted about 5 seconds before that trying to go in for a trapper the last time out.
Yeah, you definitely have to foul immediately. They wasted the ample time that they had to try to cause a turnover. Nothing came of it, so now you have to foul to even have any chance at winning.
85-82. There you can see the box score unguardable. Been so good this game offensively. Good turnaround from return of DJ compared to the last time that honestly we saw him and Snubby. Just 8 points of return of DJ against the Wiz last night. 11 for Snubby. We'll see if they can hold on to this one and try to spoil the seized party that we're seeing with NBL Laws Gaming right now. Timeout done. It's officially time to get things back underway. They did call that timeout, so the ball has been advanced. Snubby will be the one to inbound here for Orlando. Couple takeovers on the side of Magic Gaming as they're trying to push unguardable out of bounds. They go for it. The ball slapped away, and it will stay with Orlando. They almost got exactly what they wanted.
Like that angle was 110 out of nowhere, like zoom level wise.
Can they do it again? It's into unguardable. The reach is starting to get spammed, but now they got to go for the intentional foul. They finally do. Now you got to see if unguardable could go out there and try to miss two. Makes the first.
We've been talking about it, Dirk. A lot of these guys on the clutch free throws the first couple of days have been absolutely money, especially the guards. That was
not
late.
A lot of misses, and we see some lates. We see some earlies drop there as well. Of course, point differential is crucial, just something to keep in mind. So a lot of the new people viewing out there, it's like, why would you even call timeout? You know, obviously you want to get the timeout, try to get a score. And it's almost impossible scenario to try to overcome here with 5 points with this much time left. But they need to try to make sure that they get something in that basket to try to swing things around. And JT, you know the Magic game right there, just going to be sitting there playing at that 5-wide defense. Every single part of that three-point line is going to be covered by them. So it's going to be very tough if NBL wants to try to hunt for a three here.
I feel like hunting for a three takes too much time. Get the quickest two and then pray for a quick stop. That's the only chance you have, because getting up a three here, it just wastes too much time. Like a quick two, pray to get a turnover off the inbound, and that's it. Pray.
Timeout comes to a close. We'll see what NBL Laws Gaming tries to draw up here. It will be Bagbush on the inbounds. All the players set up. Loki Godlike still down in towards the paint there for Magic Gaming. Harry goes on the inside. Maybe could have had a three if would have taken it. Instead will take the mid-range. Can't connect on it. And that is how the game will come to a close. Despite C's not missing a single shot, dropping 43 points, had 13 assists. It results in a Magic Gaming W. Not a lot of defense being put on display. A whole lot of high-powered offense being shown there by both sides. But NBL Laws Gaming, even with how good they have been offensively, the games keep getting away from them. They now fall to 1 and 2 there with that loss.
18 for 18. I mean, go crazy, C's, but it just wasn't enough to get the dub. Unguardable, 30 and 11. He went crazy with 22. Snubby with 12. Loki got like with 14. All four players with double figures. Those are our 6 p.m. matchups. They are in the books. They were tight. They were fun. T-Wolves took the dub in that game over the Jazz with Bear the Beast going crazy with 20.7 assists. I love to see it. But guys, I mean, I saw your facial expressions afterwards. JT, I want to know your final thoughts of this game.
Well, one, my face was so scrunched up because Harry was wide open on the three, and he just cut in. Like, I don't know how, but yes, I do know how, because neither team plays defense. No D. But it's like you took all that time to maybe get a three, and you had a three right in your face, clear as day. You just cut in. But it's just, both of these teams don't play defense. And it's a big change because both teams have made structure changes. Like, NBL had one of the better defenses last year, but they lost almost everybody. So it's just like, how do you recover when you, on paper, you don't really have a defensive juggernaut team? And the same thing with Magic Gaming last year. Beautiful offense. Defense, beautiful for the other damn team. So it's just like these teams have to figure it out.
Gotta figure it out, but someone who did figure it out, Magic and T-Wolves. And hey, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. We got more games on the way. Listen. Oh, JT, you want to finish that? Okay. 7 p.m. matchups coming for you. Our featured matchups going down. NetsGC taking on the Raptors. We also have 76ers and Genji, Dukes Infinitos Mavs, but we're locking into that Nets Raptors. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down, you guys. Harris, I want to know from you, like, what's key in this matchup?
Well, shout out to AT&T for just gifting another 100 subs to the 2K League channel on Twitch. Shout out to AT&T for helping us out. Fantastic stuff. For me, I'm looking at these games. I'm looking at Greens versus Antoine Love. You know, we just saw 2 5-out point guards go toe-to-toe in season and unguardable. Now we're going to see Greens and Antoine Love back on the classic, more pick and roll based stuff. Going to be interested to see how Walnut does on the popper again tonight. He's been shooting great to open up the season. I actually think he's just been their best player so far to start the year. And on the Raptors Uprising GC side of things, you know, I think we saw against the Wizards, you know, their defense was really moving. And I think in their second game, it started to fall off a little bit. And anytime their defense falls off and Antoine Love isn't perfect from 3, they're going to have a lot of issues. And you saw that formula work against them yesterday. So Antoine Love is going to have to up the efficiency a little bit, and the Raptors are going to have to up their intensity defensively if they're going to want to take down Brooklyn.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, my first day back in fives, I gotta get used to seeing all these guys in new jerseys for sure. But hey, it's gonna be a fun one as we got games rolling now. Dirk, take it away.
And obviously our featured matchup, as we mentioned, NetsGC Raptors Uprising here in this hour, but you can head to twitch.tv/team/NBA 2K League to catch the other games that are going down on our alt channels. It is also pinned in the Twitch chat if you just want to click that and go directly to it. As we go full screen over here, JT, it has been interesting to say the least for both these teams that we're seeing here in this matchup. We talked about the Nets getting a big win against NBLOS Gaming, massive comeback in the opening night here of the tip-off. And then they played the Cavs yesterday. They lost by 3. Both the games that they have played, they won by 3 and they have lost by 3. They mirror their same points per game, the same way in the opponent's points per game. So they score 70, they give up 70 on an average, as even as it gets for Brooklyn.
It's not really winning basketball. Like, I can't even say not really. It's just like, for a team with this roster, I do expect better, especially with that front court. I don't think they have any weaknesses on the defensive end, but it's just, like I said, it's very early. Like, a lot of these teams are scoring at a high clip. Like, it's only certain teams that we see that are just like undoubtedly getting stops, but it's also like so many things that matter. Like, some teams are shooting better than others like usual. But it's like now it matters more than anything because you only have a few games and then only 8 teams make DC. This isn't 3s where 32 teams made bracket play. This is 5 where 8 of 25, no amateur teams, make bracket play. Good move, Greens. Hello, hello.
Ooh, block.
2 fouls already there for Hom.
I mean, it's not the worst foul. He had the crab for about 8 years.
2 different styles that we're seeing put on display here. We got the popper out there for one wild walnut. Meanwhile, for Raptors Uprising, they're just going as old school as it gets. Seam on the inside. You know how good Antoine Love has been. I mean, the offense for the Raptors has been on another level compared to a lot of the other teams that we have in the league. Putting up some crazy numbers. Their game 1 win that they had against the Wiz, they put up 85-7. They put up 66 yesterday in the loss to NBL. But it's another team, JT. Stellar offense. The defense, though, a lot of questions, as we might have expected, come from Hom, Crush, and Seam there for Toronto.
Yeah, definitely not on paper the most promising team defensively, but I do feel like it's a front court that's not shy of communication. So the sky is only the limit for them with the top defensive all-time player like Crush. But it's just a bunch of people who talk. All 5 of those players talk. Like, even going back to their listenings in 3s, like, they have the energy. They talk. It's just more so putting it together with the communication.
Well, let's go ahead and check out Genji Tigers taking on 76ers GC. One of our alt channel games. We'll bring it up there on the big screen for everybody to watch. 14-9 here in this one, as still
Hey chat, can you all hear me? Okay, that's a tough one. This is Chris, assistant GM / assistant coach for NetsGC. If you guys watched some of our streams from last year, you know it was me trying to guide you through our season. Have been playing a little bit more of a producer role this year and staying off the mic. But tonight, gonna join you guys on audio. What's up, everyone? It looked like the main broadcast was experiencing some technical difficulties. I saw the video glitching out, and that might have been the reason why they cut away from it. So we'll just go with this alternative feed here, straight from the team Discord, which we don't have audio from, but we can pretty much guarantee, as Greens knocks down a 3, that you guys will be seeing it from beginning to end. For those who enjoy the commentary, it looks like we're back on the main broadcast. They're in triple box right now, but you know how it is sometimes with that. I am by no means a professional commentator. I wouldn't necessarily include that in my skill set. So for those who are tuning in or maybe are new to the stream, feel free to mute me. I will not be hurt by that. But for those who can't stand the awkward silence, I'll keep you guys company for the next 3 quarters here and there. Gonna be posting clips to NetsGC social too. If you guys haven't already, also follow us on Instagram. We have some exclusive like behind the scenes content there and interviews and whatnot. Screens hits that MIDI. Yeah, and it looks like this feed is... That's a good crab by Antoine. This feed's obviously going to be ahead of the main broadcast as well, so that's the main advantage. That's the trade-off for tonight, I guess, everyone. Oh, what a play by Walnut. He's been so good, chat. I mean, they've all been great. That's a deep 3 from Greens, and he hits that one. That takes me back to the beginning, and these are some of the rants you guys are going to get with me back on stream. But last night, at the beginning of the 4th quarter, Greens had badge. It was kind of a heat check. We were up by 4, a momentum shot, and he's so capable of hitting that one at the top of the arc, but he misses it, and then Cleveland goes on this huge run. So good to see Greens knock that one down with badge. They did give Walnut props. He's and deservingly so, hit this. Man, I know they call Walnut like average on the popper last year, and by metric speaking, yeah, for sure, but he's been so good on that build this year. He's been working so hard on that jumper. I still remember I was there in Brooklyn with the guys. The very first day he considered the popper, and he was just labbing different jump shots with Greens, and obviously he's been working on it. He's been knocking that down in scrims. I just texted him the other day randomly with the target emoji. Because he's been so good from out there. He's 0-1 from deep, but just having that center that can shoot even middies. And I know the 5 out, some people feel a type of way here and there, but we don't run a traditional 5 out. It's just there to open up the floor. Oh, I appreciate you, Hanky. I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to get to that just yet. But I'm going to try. We are improvising here. It looks like we're still on a triple box on the main broadcast, so we'll keep it here. 31-26, good vibes. I think that's what I missed most about being in the stream. Being able to experience the emotional roller coaster that is NetsGC and not having to do it alone. Also, shout out to Henky. He's been so good for us on social, like elite level stuff. We talk about Reezy, we talk about Walnut, but he's been another key free agent signing for us this offseason. And if you guys haven't already, I'm going to show off the team intro, the extended team intro he made at halftime. Lock in here, 31-31, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Guys, this is such a huge game. Ooh, Raps swinging on defense. No foul? That's even better than a foul. Great defensive play there from Greens. Baits them into the lane steal. Walnut could stick him. That's a good foul. Raptors reset us. Sideline out of bounds, 31-31. Both teams with a 1-1 record. For those who don't know, only the top two. Walnut hit this. I'm telling you, chat. He's been so good from outside. Hanky, we might have to do that moving forward. I don't mind it. Ooh, man, that's the second and one. You think the game would give us like a contest animation somewhere down the stretch to make up for those pair of and one calls? Hanky, I'm into it. Sometimes the best ideas are kind of born on the fly here as we freestyle tonight. 34-34, both teams going back and forth. Green still has badge here. Raps get Seam out of the corner. Let's see if Streets can make him pay. Good stuff there. They had Symptoms playing 2 on the left side. Nets make the right read, hit Streets. Good to see him shooting well. After that first game, Streets had a few grenades get sent his way, but he was 0 for 3. Much better last night and tonight. Off to a good start. We get lucky there with the Raps missing the open. Ooh. Yeah, Sosa. I enjoyed those. Miss JJ for sure. That's tough. I mean, Rookie of the Year finalists, Antoine, right there with Greens. Both so good at hunting that mid-range shot. Greens with a deep jumper, 34% tested, and then Walnut just snatches it out of the air. Back to his boy Steez. Bunch of good timing steals from the Nets side here tonight. Steve switches on to Antoine Love. Walnut steps up to take away that midi fade. Good contest there by Streets. And let's see if we're off and running. Nope, Greens holds on to it. Finds Walnut. He's got the playmaking badge, but he's on the finishing end on that possession. NetsGC up 4 points. I'm not entirely sure if this is our largest lead of the game. We might have been up 5 when we first cut to this feed. Green steps up. There's that midi fade again. And see, Walnut, he's moving a little earlier than he wants to because he's trying to take away that midi fade. Let's see what we drop here. Ends up in the wrong person there, I think. And we go to halftime. NetsGC up 2. We win that quarter by 2 points. Looks like it's going to be another gritty one. You heard, I can't remember who it was from the main broadcast that said it, but we're even points for and points against. I think it's 140 each. We won our first game by 3 2 nights ago. Last night, obviously, we lost by 3. This one, we're in a one possession game as well. So I actually want to show that off, the trailer that Henke put together. One second. I hope the audio plays for this.
The black team guard is tough. That is Greens.
Hands blocked from behind by Walnut. Blocked again by Walnut.
Back-to-back
Oh,
kill.
no.
Greens with the crowd. Greens for the ball game. Greens is ice cold. NetsGC, you found your point guard for the future.
Wasn't that so dope? That was so good. I don't want to reveal too much, but that is not the final iteration of what we're putting out for that. So, love the concept. Again, job well done. W's in the chat. Definitely spam that. One of the biggest signings in the offseason for any 2K League team. 100%. All right, let's lock back in here. 3 minutes to go at half. This is what I love about fives. The teams get a chance to talk strategy, make adjustments, and play competitive 2K the way it's supposed to be played. I think there's a lot more strategy and basketball IQ and obviously 2K IQ that goes into 5v5, and you guys have seen it, right? You're never really truly out of a game unless it gets super out of hand. You know, we were down by 10 against NBL after 2 nights ago. We claw our way back and settle into defending that 5 out. You know, we were up by 4, or I think maybe it was even 6 points headed into the final quarter against the Cavs last night. Cleveland drops 30 plus. They make adjustments in the fourth quarter. They edge out a 3-point win against us. So, it very much is a quarter by quarter game in the 2K League when it comes to fives. Box scores, Greens and Walnut 13 apiece. That's no surprise. I think that's going to be a common trend throughout the entirety of the 5 seasons. It's really, for me, like, and I know for the guys as well, and Kurt, it's a couple things. One, you know, getting Reezy going in spots. Greens is such a heavy use guard. Walnut, obviously getting a lot of touches as well. Reezy finding a way to get him involved without shaking too much of the offense. And then when the ball does get into his hands, is he able to knock down those huge shots? And despite us losing last night, Reezy hit another right wing 3 late in the fourth quarter to give us a lead. He did that against NBL as well. And so he's going to be relied on to hit some of these clutch shots despite the lower volume. And then you've heard it mentioned on the main broadcast a couple times, Streets and Steez, their efficiency out of the corner when defenses overload on Greens and Walnut on those slips. You've seen Greens hit Steez from left to right opposite corner a couple times already, and Streets as that bailout option. You know, them being able to hit at a good clip, you're thinking maybe like 60%. That's going to be big. Those are common themes throughout the 5 season, but big expectations, big games. I'm not sure, like chat, I'm not sure how you guys feel about the tournament structure this year, but every game feels like a playoff game to the guys right now, right? With only 2 teams out of the group of 6 advancing to the next round, you pretty much have to win every game. And that's why despite us losing last night, we are still very much in the driver's seat. The Magic win earlier in the night is actually big for us. So we control our own destiny. You know, the Cavs are ahead of us, but if we are able to win tonight, beat the Magic, beat the Wiz, we have the tiebreaker over NBL, we should be able to secure that 2nd seed. But let's take it. We talk about 1 quarter at a time. Let's take it 1 game at a time and try and get past Toronto. Yeah, exactly. It's a very, very small window for losses. Kurt and I were talking about it the other day. 5-1 gets you in. 4-2, you might have a chance, but you're definitely relying on tiebreakers. But 5-1, there's no reason why you shouldn't finish as the 2nd seed. It all starts here. Lock, not a very glamorous job. Streets being relied on to do the dirty work every night. It's nearly every single night you're going against such a glitchy guard. That's a good no shot. I like that foul. Antoine had him crabbed. There it is. Those are good foul by Toronto. That's what we need more of. Streets getting these one-on-one plucks. Oh. Look a little disjointed this possession. Let's see if Greens can bail us out. Great move. Hits it, and he gets the 3. Was able to sneak just behind that 3-point line. I thought Greens was going for his patent midi fade. It looked like the Raptors defense did as well. Drags it back out to the 3-point line. You've seen Greens do that in threes the last 2 seasons. Switch there on Steez. He'll take a swipe at it. I don't know if you guys saw some of that some of the behind the scenes footage we posted. I want to say yesterday from our win against Cavs Legion. You hear Walnut speaking about fouls to give and being able to use them, making sure they don't go to waste, encouraging some of our perimeter defenders to be a bit more aggressive than normal. I thought we got the hand there. Good no shot. Oh, thought maybe he had that second one. Gonna let this possession play out. Brooklyn calm, cool, and collected with the clock winding down, but you see how the Raptors defense was flying out at one Wild Walnut. And again, that's because he's been pretty solid from out there. Steez with a great steal. Reezy, vet play, slows things down. Heading in the Greens, Walnut, PNR, and man. Chat, it's just gonna be like that tonight, I guess. Like, whenever either team builds up like a 2-possession lead, the other team comes up with a big stop. No way Antoine got that contest. Tied up again. You got him. Good, no shot. Okay, the boys don't call a timeout. Toronto on a 6-0 run here. Greens avoids getting bumped out of bounds. Finds Reezy. Good, no shot. Plenty of time left. That's a good timeout. Again, things looking a little disjointed here. It looked like Walnut was faking to come back up to set a screen. He goes down real quick. Green's maybe hoping that the opposite left corner would maybe bite on that, but he stays home on streets. We don't really have an option outside of that. We go through all our reads. We call a timeout. There's 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Our offense has halted a little bit here. No, not a little bit. Quite a bit, actually. Let's see if the guys can... turnovers are definitely killing us. I think last night we had 6 by halftime. We only ended up with 9, but still definitely on the high end. I think for the guys, they're probably talking about, maybe winning this final 82 seconds here. Heading into the fourth quarter, either tied or with the lead. Let's see what they cook up with 8 seconds left. They go Walnut straight out of the sideline, out of bounds. We're tied at 51. 1 minute left here. 1 minute and change. Streets applying pressure. Walnut tucks back into the corner. Reezy back up top. He's got to stay glued to Symptoms there, far right hash. I don't mind that jump. Foul to give. Steez with his 5th personal, though. That one I lost track of. Let's see if that is something to watch towards the end here. Good rotations. That's a good shot by Hum. Quick hitter to Steez. Good defense by Antoine out of the corner. There's that foul to give. Both teams have now burned it. Rap's doing a good job playing cuts right now. Thought he was out of bounds. Steez from midi misses it. Job by Street staying in front. Tough. Steez can't really jump with 5 fouls there. All right, 55-51. Chat, how are we feeling? Down 4. I mean, we were up 4 last night heading into the final frame. We end up losing. Let's see which team can kind of make the best set of adjustments heading into the final quarter. Antoine, 18 and 10 to lead the Raps. Walnut paces or sets the pace in scoring for both teams, 19, 4, and 4. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's going to be the longest 6 minutes ever. think you got to win the opening 2 minutes here, set the tone. This is I think we're locked in for another gritty one, it looks like. All right, we're just a couple seconds or a couple moments away from the final quarter. NetsGC, Raptors, Uprising GC, group play of the tip-off. So it's the annual start of season 5v5 tournament for the NBA 2K League. Teams are playing for a prize pool worth of $160,000, which is crazy. There are 4 groups. Obviously, Brooklyn, Toronto in the Eastern Conference. Top 2 teams make it out. The winner of this game will have will be put in the driver's seat for that second seed, as long as the Cavs are able to maintain their lead. But here we go. Let's lock in. Fourth quarter alert. I'm ready to go. The guys are ready to go. Toronto will start with ball. That's a good quick play from Toronto. All right, down 6. Let's go. Brooklyn gets it back. We're looking for these, chat. We're looking for these signature moments, defensively and offensively. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. It's kind of really like you're playing with fire when you're applying pressure on Antoine that far up the court. Because once he's able to kind of push cross ahead of you, that's almost a guaranteed bucket. Come on, Greens. Nope. That's okay. What's up, Stage on YouTube? Appreciate you subbing to the channel. We'll check you out after the game as well. Appreciate you for joining us. Appreciate everyone for tuning in across all different platforms on NetsGC. We're down 7 right now. Boys are in a little bit of trouble. Streets, big defensive play. Talking about those signature moments. Let's see if we can capitalize and turn that turnover into points. Okay. Oh. Oh my. I thought he was going to get the squeeze in. Okay. We'll take it. Steve's playing point guard. Reset. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind that shot. Just doesn't go down. And one. Oh my goodness. That's the third one this game. Technical foul. Chat, what just happened? Oh, that was the foul. Okay, yeah, that was the Steve's 6th foul. Oh, that's tough. So you don't foul out in the 2K League. You get that 6th foul, and it's an automatic technical free throw. And one, please. Nope. Game won't give it back. All right, down 10. 3:30 left. One possession at a time. We got to get down to like 5 by a minute. 5, maybe a minute 30. This is where it gets a little tricky with the Raps probably shelling up here and just giving up slips. Particularly late clock. No, they played honestly. I think Walnut has them. Nope. Yeah. Antoine's got badge too. Street's going for the steal. No. Steve gets back. There it is. We need to convert. It doesn't matter where it comes from. You saw Sean go for that first pluck attempt. Doesn't get it. I mean, you're down 10 at this point. He's got badge. He goes for it again. Gets the steal. Good foul there by Toronto. There's about, at the bare minimum, there's about, I'd say 8 to 9 possessions left in this game. Especially if we speed things up a little bit on offense. You'd imagine Toronto's going to try and burn the clock there. I don't mind. That was a good shot. It was open. Big rebound. We get to reset. Greens has badge. He's just got to let that one go. We just take the 2. We can take... Oh. Good defense by Toronto. Street switches back onto Antoine. Toronto milking clock. Green's place is cut well. Goes for the steal. Doesn't get it, but we get good contests. We got to go. Yep, take the 2. Only 4 seconds go off the clock there. Ball doesn't really touch the ground. 8 points now. If I'm Toronto, they're going to probably try and take advantage of us trying to gamble here. Make a play. Someone's going to swing crazy. Street's good defense. There's a Dex by Symptoms. And he knocks down the 3. Yeah, we have no choice but to be aggressive on the defensive end, and so Toronto takes advantage of that. Greens looks for his mid. He isn't able to get that one to go down, and time is not our friend, unfortunately. Antoine hits a 31% contested jumper to go up 14. You hate to see it. 72-58 now. Raptors just conceding 2s at this point. See, I think you just got to play. I think at this point, good steal by Streets. Another pluck. Yep, finds the right person. Streets hits the 3. Down 9. Can't foul now. Symptoms got him again. Down 12. All right, so, a win very unlikely, but point differential is a key tiebreaker. We got to finish strong here. Take the 2. Take the points. Tough. I'm heartbroken just as well, chat. Antoine caps it off with another 3. This is a big win for Toronto. They'll go 2-1. I mean, we're still in this. Greens puts it up, and there's the final. 78-65. NetsGC drop their second game in a row, go to 1-2. Will probably fall to the third or fourth seed. Raps move up to the second seed. That's a big win for them. Again, only 2 teams make it out of bracket play. Chat, I mean, thank you guys for tuning in. Not really the results we were looking for tonight or the night before, but there's still lots of group play left. We've got 3 games next week. All pretty much must wins now. 3-3 will definitely not get you a top 2 seed. 4-2, you know, you can make something shake, but again, we're, I think, at the mercy of some tiebreakers. But you can't really look at it that way. Just got to win one game at a time. Got the next couple days to kind of go over film, improve on things in scrimmage, and just kind of lock in again. We've got Orlando, NBL, and then we finish off group play with the Wizards. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. I appreciate the shout out, Jen. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and anyone who, you know, acts as a mom as well. I know some of y'all are, you know, at different events. I think Kev, you're at a wedding, I think, and you're still tuning in. So appreciate everyone for subbing on Twitch, YouTube. You know, if you're watching on Twitter, Instagram, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Keep an eye out on social for additional content. There's still lots of 5s to be played. NetsGC will be back again on Wednesday. Stay safe, y'all, and have a good night.